What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory. Showtime Records. You know who I am and you know what I does. I represent the Los Angeles Lakers for life. It's the banner to my side. Those Los Angeles Lakers, they lost another game today to the Brooklyn Nets, but I'm not going to talk about that right now because the Dallas Mavericks were playing almost the leading Denver Nuggets. Before I start talking about these Dallas Mavericks, man, are these Denver Nuggets for reals? Because they're looking like they're very serious about what they do. They were missing like 3 key ingredients to their team. Paul Millsap, starting power forward, he was out. Yeah, I think Gary Harris, starting shooting guard, was out. Will Barton, they just re-signed him before the year. He was out. I think he was going to be their starting small forward. So you would think that they're pretty banged up. I think they got, what's his name? Isaiah Thomas, okay? Not from Detroit Piston fame, but the other Isaiah Thomas who played for the Celtics. He hasn't even played a game yet the entire year. So they've got a lot of potential firepower that didn't show up today. And they're still getting it done. So even though my Lakers did beat them early this year, you know what I'm saying? But hey, kudos to y'all, man, for playing hard. I got to give credit to the coach, man, because he's got them boys running offense. They're actually running offense. They're actually running through Nikola Jokic. They're running through him at the high post. Everybody's coming around screens on the side. It's not just Jamal Murray at the top just playing one-on-one. He can do that. But Jokic is just playing one-on-one. They're passing. Everybody's cutting and moving. They're sharing the ball. I mean, that's how it's like, wow, I almost forgot. That's how an offense is supposed to work. I'm just getting used to the LeBron system where it's just LeBron at the top now. And it's not even regular awesome LeBron. It's heavy, extra heavy LeBron who said he was going to play power forward off the ball, but he's not. Can't drive by anybody anymore, and he doesn't want to shoot free throws because he's missing. He's shooting like 50-60%, and so he doesn't want to drive to the lane. Even if he wanted to, he can't get by anybody because he's so damn slow, and he wants to be the MVP, so he's taking a bunch of hero ball shots, like 30-foot three-pointers and airballing and whatnot. Nikola Jokic is so refreshing right now. He is passing. The guy had like 30. Him and Jamal Murray, they dominated. They dominated the game. Even though the Mavericks got off to a pretty hot start, they was fool's gold because the guys they knocked down a couple of threes and they got happy with it. And they just wore them down playing better basketball. They just played better basketball than the Dallas Mavericks, and that's how they wore them down towards the end. It was the second and third quarter. After that initial burst, it was like, oh, you know what? We're used to what y'all are doing. We made some adjustments, which is what good coaches do, and they did that. They won the second and third quarter and played them tough the fourth quarter, and it was a wrap. They just couldn't overcome that. You know, but besides that, him and Jamal Murray, I'm talking about Nikola Jokic, these guys were awesome. He had like 32 and like 16 rebounds and like 4 assists, and he had rebounds and steals. I think he had a block. He had 5 turnovers, but his shooting percentage was so high. He filled the stat sheet in every other category. I'm not even mad at that at all. I think he had like 3 steals or something crazy. Something crazy for this guy, for this center. That's how a superstar, and I'm saying, yes, superstar is supposed to play. Man, Jamal Murray. I mean, whenever he keeps his mouth shut and just focuses on playing, man, he is killer. This guy, he was coming around screen. He wasn't demanding the ball, nothing like. Oh man, he like 22. He had 5 turnovers himself, but he also filled the stat sheet in other categories, and he had like 15 assists. 22 points and 15 assists. That's a 3-to-1 ratio, so I'm not mad at all. Kudos to them boys. They got so many verified hoopers on their team. They're not mad. They're not complaining about minutes. They're young. They're athletic. They're on cheap contracts. They're playing as a team, and they are hustling. I mean, it is, man, what's his name? Malik, man, I can't remember these guys' name. They were killing. Craig was okay, man. Torrey Craig, he was all right. But this Malik guy, he was damn good. Came off the bench, I think that's his name, but he came off the bench. He had like 12 points. Listen, hey, man, like 27 minutes. He came out there, he's like, whenever you put me in, coach, I'm getting the damn job done. And he did that. He did that. Now, on to the Trey Lyles came in off the bench and knocked down some key buckets. But we're talking about the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, kudos to y'all. One more again for the Denver Nuggets. Y'all played a hell of a game. I'm not mad with what y'all did. And y'all played like y'all supposed to. And y'all gave the Mavericks all they could handle and more. And I think it was a good test for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, talking about them, I feel like I've done this video before. But we're talking about how Wesley Matthews is shooting a low percentage and getting turnovers and not really doing anything else. He's not as aggressive as he needs to be. He put some points on the board today, but it's not, congruent to an $18 million a year contract. It's just not worth it. He is overplayed right now. Well, I guess he's underplaying his contract. I don't think he's overpaid. I think for what they expected out of him, I think he's underplaying his contract. And this is last year. This is last year, unless he comes back at like $5 million a year or something like that, which I don't believe he will do. I'm sure there's a contending team that you'd rather go to. Who knows? But it's good to have J.J. Barea back. Excellent. He shot a low percentage, but he came in, provided a spark, and did some good things. When he gets back into the rhythm, get a little bit more up to speed, he's going to be all right. So I'm not mad at that. Jalen Brunson got the start. Man, they really need Dennis Smith Jr. I was talking about trading him, but like I said, they're not going to be able to get equal trade value, and they really need what he provides. He provides speed, athleticism, quickness, and the ability to continuously get to the hole, to the cup, one-on-one. He can do that. He can explode by anybody in the game. That hesitation dribble he's got, that is effective, okay? And if he can knock down jumpers at a consistent clip, a reasonable clip, oh, he's the perfect guy to play off the ball with Luka Doncic. You can have him bring the ball down the floor, to push the tempo, and if not, bring it back out and run it through Luka. Luka's got the pass. I mean, this guy can be cutting back door. Oh man, it's excellent. It's excellent. So, but they need that. Jalen Brunson is doing the best that he can. But in the meantime, Jalen Brunson needs to be more aggressive. And I know, being a lifelong Laker, about needing to be more aggressive as a point guard, because Lonzo Ball, he's starting to come into his own. I know it's difficult for him because he's a pass-first guy, but he's starting to come into it. Jalen Brunson also needs to come into that a little bit more, because he's got the talent to go by people and wreak havoc down there in the paint. He's a very strong offensive player as well. DeAndre Jordan, man. If he wasn't getting paid $23 million, I'd be like, man, if he was getting $8-9 million, I'm like, man, he had a good game. He had like 10 to 11 points, and had like 12 rebounds, and he was doing his thing. He was like, but he didn't have no blocks. Listen, man, you ain't got no jumper. I think he had made like one steal or something, but you didn't have no blocks. You're in there to be a rim protector. If not, if you're not going to protect the rim, let's get somebody. It's not like he shut down Nikola Jokic, because he had 32 and like 16, like 5 assists and steals and all. And so he played like an MVP today. DeAndre Jordan was like, I can't do nothing with this guy. So it's not like you were shutting down your own man. Were you helping on the weak side, getting blocks? How can you be 7 foot? Well, he's not 7 foot. He's like 6'10". But how can you be the big man and you're not blocking any shots? It's another game with 0 blocks on the board. That is a problem. That is a problem. DeAndre Jordan, this is your last year. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded mid-season. I'm sure, unless they got some type of crazy hopes that they're going to get to the playoffs and make a championship, it's not going to happen. Get rid of this guy and get an asset for him. Please do that. Get that huge price tag he's got off the books for this year. Get another asset in somebody like Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre was at the Phoenix Suns, but I think they really want to hold on to him. That's a guy that y'all need to be looking into getting. But I'm going to move on. I'm not talking about my GM status right now. We're going to talk about that another day in another video. But other than that, I mean, he costs too much money, plays too many minutes not to be scoring consistently like 15 points a game. I mean, you got like 11 or 10. That's just not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it, especially when the guy you're guarding is killing right now. That is a problem for the Dallas Mavericks. So Wesley Matthews was trash. He was trash. DeAndre Jordan was overpaid once again for his performance. And the Trash Brothers, not to be confused with the Splash Brothers from the Golden State Warriors. Speaking of the Golden State Warriors, this guy I'm about to talk about, who is the second half of the Trash Brothers on the Mavericks, is none other than Harrison Barnes. He was playing with the Golden State Warriors, and this guy is confounding to me. I'm just so confused by this guy. He's got so much potential and uses none of it. I guess he got used to sitting in the corner and just spotting up at the three-point line playing with the Warriors all them years, because that's all he does now. He rarely ever takes the ball to the basket. And what's so crazy about it is he had 30 points today. Like, he scored 30. Okay, he scored 30. Man, he's getting like $23 million. Yeah, no, 25. Like $25 million this year. I would need a little bit more than that. You got to do something else. And once again, he scores a lot of points and shoots a really good percentage. And then he gets like 3 or 4 rebounds, and that's it. That's it. He gets like nothing else. I think he got actually a steal today. You know, I was like, wow. I think he actually got a block too. Ooh, man. Listen, you can't be in the game for 30-some minutes and you didn't get not one assist. He is a black hole. Black hole, son, won't you come? He is just a volume shooter, even though he's actually shooting a high percentage right now. That's all he gives you. He stops the offense in its tracks. It's a problem. It's terrible. It's stunting the growth and the development of the young guys that they have on the team, especially Luka Doncic. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, you would have to be an elite scorer for that to work. You might as well trade him to the Rockets, get that number off the books. I'm sure they would take him. You know, trade and get Carpet. If you want someone who get some buckets and play one-on-one basketball, get Carmelo Anthony. He'll play for nothing. And he'll love playing with Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic loves to pass. As opposed to like Harden or playing with Chris Paul. And the boys, they just say, fire it up, fire 3 or layup. You know, he will love to play there. He can provide the exact same things for the veterans minimum. You know, so that would be something I would be looking to do if you want to keep him on the roster at all. I would trade him for anything from the Rockets, man. Let's do something. But he didn't get not one assist. You can't play over 30 minutes and not get 1 assist. That reminds me of the story with the Lakers. This guy named Swaggy P, Nick Young, and all the times when he was playing with Kobe Bryant, for the most part, you know, when Kobe was injured, he would be starting for him, you know, so that obviously didn't count. But for all the minutes that they played together, I think it was like 380 something minutes, all the time that they were together on the same team, the 380 minutes that they played together on the court, Swaggy P, this was like over 2 or 3 years, Nick Young didn't have 1 assist, not one assist passing to Kobe Bryant. Not one time that he passed the Black Mamba, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, passed him the ball, set him up, passed him the ball, and he knocked down a shot. Not one time. How in the hell can Harrison Barnes continue going these games and not have no assists? None. 0. You're not passing the ball. That is a problem. But Rick Carlisle can't do nothing about it right now because he's under contract. And he's got that player option for next year, which I'm sure he is going to opt into, because only a fool would not do that. He is not going to get $26 million from anywhere else. Do you hear what I'm saying? Unless it's like over 4 years, $6 million a year, they may do that. But other than that, he better take that money and run with it, you know, and they just need to let him play out his contract because he is an albatross on the roster. And that's pretty much why they lost the game. Luka Doncic, yo, before I get it, Luka Doncic, I'm not disillusioned at all thinking that the Mavs are going to win a championship this year. I'm thinking about growth and moving, getting assets to build the team around Luka Doncic for next year and beyond, and also showing, like I said, some growth and improvement. And the problems, the areas that he is lacking in right now, talking about Luka Doncic, he's having way too many turnovers. I expect that, you know, from a first-year NBA player, but I mean, he's a little bit much better than that. He had 4 and 5 turnovers a game. He can't do it. I think this game he only had 1. He had like 12 assists and only had like 1 turnover. It was a super low. It might have been 2, but I think it was 1. Either way, that is fan-effing-tastic. I'm not mad at that at all. Now, he still shot a low percentage. I think he shot like 33%. You know, he was like 5 or 15 or something like that. But he put up some big numbers on the board, had over 20 points. Okay, man, that's an improvement. That's an improvement. One thing at a time. You're not going to shoot perfect from the field and have no turnovers. So he improved on the turnovers today. Let's build on that. And then from then on, let's try to work on that shooting percentage. You know, maybe if you get the black hole, which is Harrison Barnes, all he does is stand at 3-point line. That's it. He shot like 8 of them today. He was just because he stands there. He's rarely cutting. But he actually did drive in a couple times after they passed it to him. And he was like, I'm not shooting. And what boggles my mind, he scored super easy. He was like, he Euro stepped one time and just went around whoever was guarded. He laid it up easy. It was easy for him today. I'm like, wow, why don't you do that all the time? You know, so the Mavericks can compete just a little bit better against teams like the Nuggets.
Dallas Mavericks facing the Western Conference leading Denver Nuggets. There he is, the wonder kid Luka Doncic facing Nikola Jokic. Oh, look at the sweet pass to DeAndre Jordan. All he's got to do is throw it down. Off the pick and roll, another alley-oop. Oh my God, Dwight Powell. Oh, I love this combination. He needs to be getting more minutes. Oh, you're not going to come out there. You're late with the contest, DeAndre Jordan. Jokic, he's too good for that. Too good to give him this. Oh, look at this. He's got handles. He's down the floor. Finishes with the left. And, oh my God, over Harrison Barnes with the foul. They should have called it, but he got away with one, and he still showing his full repertoire and the outlet pass like he's Kevin Love or Unseld. Oh, I love it. I love it. Malik Beasley streaking down the floor with a no dribble pass. I love it. The youth and athleticism. The Dallas Mavericks need a lot of that. Oh, look at this. That's too easy. He's posted up underneath the goal. You're just going to let him get that crazy, ridiculous post position. And look at this, slow and steady, wins the race. He's just taking his time and just using those tremendous skills he's got. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That way. I like that floater. Oh, no. Oh, the in air. Oh, turnover. Oh, you know what that did? That leads to easy buckets. He got out the way. He didn't want to be a Brandon Knight. Oh, good for you. Good decision, sir. Look at the poster. We need more of this. Oh my God! But that's why I guess oh my God, he doesn't do that very. Hey, Euro step. Oh my God, Jamal Murray with the MVP type performance today, knocking them boys out. He said, "Oh, y'all still want more? Oh, hand down, man down." The nail in the coffin or the arrow out of the quiver. That is enough for Dallas.
Yes, Luka Doncic was worth the price of admission. He had a fantastic performance. But Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, I mean, they were playing like MVP candidates. Their performances were just a little more golden. If you think this video is golden just the same, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll learn it every time there's a brand new video. I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery. Showtime Records. Holla.